Have you ever wondered why the weirdo perverted antisocial main character always pulls a bunch of girls? Well, I'll answer that for you. It's because they want you to believe. Before I start spitting, let me introduce myself by the names EG, and today we'll speak about how romance anime are designed to destroy your perception of reality and make you weak. So let's begin. The appeal of romance anime are for lonely men and specifically for lonely otakus. These lonely otakus are almost always weird, perverted, and antisocial. The author likes to play on these feelings by making them the main character, then putting the MC into the dreamland with a bunch of girls. This makes otakus think that girls actually find this attractive and that being a weird, antisocial loser is going to make them pull girls. That is why you actually see a lot of people on the internet acting this way, whether they are cosplaying as characters, acting edgy, or sitting on the corner window seat in class acting mysterious.
And there we go. The obvious answer that I have known. You've proven me right. Look at you. Thinking you have all the power in the world, thinking you could trick me. I've fallen for your illusion.
Let's take the character from Rent-a-Girlfriend Kazuya. He fits entirely in this stereotypical lonely male. Very slow, has a bunch of used tissues in his room, indecisive and unmasculine. They then promote this fantasy of renting a girlfriend. In real life, these people would probably use prostitutes. Then they make up this fantasy of actually obtaining this girl without working on themselves and still being the same idiot. But the entire romance is just blue balling, and the author just keeps extending the manga, for profit. Now that we talk about it, most of these authors are also weirdos and are a main reason for this shit. Like, for example, the author of Rent-a-Girlfriend actually has a real-life crush on the main heroine that he created, while authors just have a bunch of fan service and jerk off to their own creation. I'm not trying to be black pill and say that you are never going to have X or you have to have a mansion with a Lamborghini. But I'm more so trying to show how these shows are used to comfort the average lonely man from becoming better. In the majority of these shows, the main character never improves himself, but rather he becomes even worse of a person, yet he still gets what he wants. This creates a perception of reality of the viewer which is detrimental to their daily lives and prevents them from taking action. Now that we've set the stage, let's dive deeper into the whole picture. Just like in every form of media, romance anime serves a purpose. It entertains, but it also conditions. We consume these series in massive quantities, and over time, they shape our understanding of relationships, self-worth, and our expectations from life. They lull us into a belief system where the ultimate reward, love, is effortlessly granted to those who least deserve it. But the fact is, most of these losers are sinking into a darker abyss and becoming more fat as they click the next episode. Look at any popular harem anime, a genre that emphasizes a male character surrounded by multiple love interests. Often, the protagonist is either totally clueless or completely apathetic to the affections he garners from an array of diverse, typically unrealistically beautiful, female characters. No significant character growth is required, nor any particular effort on the part of the protagonist to win their affections. Take Nisekoi, for instance. The main character, Raku Ichiju, is a typical high school student with no special qualities. Yet, he's the target of multiple girls' affections, each one more idealized than the last. This portrayal warps the viewer's understanding of relationships, leading them to believe that love and affection will come their way irrespective of their own personal growth or effort. Another popular trope is the damsel in distress. This archetype is often rescued by the male protagonist, further perpetuating the idea that love can be won simply by being in the right place at the right time. A prime example of this is Sword Art Online, where the protagonist, Kirito, constantly saves the female lead, Asuna, solidifying her affection for him. It's not all doom and gloom, though. Sure, it's entertainment, and it can be enjoyable to dive into these fictional worlds for a break from reality. The danger, however, is when we allow these narratives to define our own expectations of love and relationships. By constantly feeding the idea that love is something that just happens to people without them needing to put in any effort, romance anime can cultivate a passive mentality. It pushes the notion that no self-improvement is necessary to attract a partner and that one's flaws, no matter how detrimental, will be accepted without any need for change. This is exactly why the average man today is incredibly weak, and although this is not entirely the romance anime fault, it plays a big part in letting them think that being a loser is okay. The average man is now highly addicted to pornography, anime watchers are watching a lot of hentai, and etc. But for today I'll stop here. Thanks for watching and let me know your thoughts in the comments below.